Is it the right time for you to be buying or selling a home? Don't go it alone. Trust the team at dangemus.com.
I just wanted to say kudos. I thought it. A lot of people are thinking it. You said it.
This is the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show.
Okay, welcome back. Joyce Blackmere, Cassie Baggio in studio with me today and having some great discussions. Now we're going to talk with our good friend Ron Bondy from the Super Mortgage team all about basically buying property in the U.S. and U.S. mortgages. So, hey, Ron, how are you?
Just fantastic. How are you guys doing?
Oh, fantastic. Always great to have you on. So our topic today, all about U.S. mortgages and buying property in the U.S.
Yes, for sure. And the reason why we're bringing this up is because one of the big myths is that being a Canadian, I can't get a mortgage in the U.S.
Right.
I have to go in cash. I got to buy the whole property in cash. Well, that's not correct.
It's a myth. Okay.
That's a myth, yes. So you can, there are a few options. The first one being, if you have a lot of equity in your home and you do want to buy the property cash, you can pull the equity out of your Canadian house and buy the Florida or U.S. house cash. Another option is if you don't have a down payment, you have equity in your house, you can pull down just the down payment out of your house, and then you can qualify for a U.S. mortgage. Or third option is if you have enough for the down payment, you can buy the house and also qualify with a U.S. mortgage using your Canadian credit bureau. So what that means, so what people do have to realize, though, is that even if you're a superb buyer in Canada, if you're top notch, when you are buying in the States, you're not top notch. So you have to realize that you're going to need some more extra paperwork. There's going to be some extra time put into it. So it's not as easy as getting a mortgage in Canada, but it definitely is doable.
So would you get, in the States, they have the 30-year mortgages. Would you actually get a 30-year mortgage like you do in the States?
100%. Yep. You would get a 30-year mortgage. And then, so there's many differences about mortgages in the States and in Canada. Yeah. For example, like you just said, you can get a 30-year over there. Here, you lock in for 5. There, you lock in for 30. Here, you get penalties if you break that 5-year. There, you don't. You get minimal or none penalties when you break a 30-year mortgage. That'd be nice if we had that over here.
Sure, no kidding. Jeez.
So another thing, so reason why to talk to somebody down here in Canada for a U.S. mortgage is because we speak the same language. So if you go to the U.S. and you're asking about refinancing a home in the U.S., well, they call it delayed financing. So you might be saying something to them and they have no clue what you're talking about. So that's one reason why you want to talk to a Canadian about a mortgage in the U.S., because there is no language barrier. You tell us something, we can translate it and ask for the correct product for you.
So buying property in the U.S. has become pretty popular for Canadians, hasn't it?
Yes. So the top 5 countries are China, Mexico, Canada, and India that buy in the U.S. And 23% of Canadians buy in Florida.
Wow. So go ahead.
Go ahead. And then the top 3 places in the U.S. that people buy are, again, Florida, Texas, and Arizona.
Texas.
I would have guessed Texas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's
I would have
where
guessed
all the
Arizona.
exes live. All the exes live in Texas.
Great point. Okay, so now as a mortgage broker here in Canada, you have the option, like as you mentioned, to help people with this process, correct?
Correct, yes. We have people on our team that definitely helps with the U.S. process. We can go through everything with you.
Okay, awesome.
And then another reason, just to say another reason, depending where you buy in the U.S., the insurance is very, very expensive. Like we're talking tens of thousands. So before you go shopping...
But Ron, is that because you're Canadian or just in general insurance is more expensive in the U.S.?
That's in general, just area specific. So before you go shopping, our mortgage broker will actually get an insurance quote before you put an offer on the house, just to make sure that you're not in one of those areas with the extremely high insurance.
Okay. Interesting.
And then there's also the foreign buyer crackdown on some areas. So if you're looking at some areas, you're just going to get frustrated. So the best to do is, if you're thinking of buying a property in the U.S., is contact one of us first, and we'll go through all these little nuances that could really hinder you buying a property out there.
Now, before I let you go, Ron, a couple things. Somebody had texted in, and maybe we can make this a topic for a couple weeks from now, but someone texted in asking how they can improve their credit score. Are you able to maybe get that ready for next time we have a segment?
100%, yes. So 2 weeks from today, we'll go through how to improve your credit score.
Awesome. I appreciate that. And anything else you want to mention on this topic about, getting properties in the U.S.? Like, are you seeing many folks doing it right now, or with everything going on, has there been a slowdown in that market? I'm curious.
We're still seeing a lot of people purchase properties in the U.S.
I would think actually,
like I said, mostly Florida.
Yeah, I would think especially as the market starts to slow down, it's probably when people are actually going to start, people that have funds, I guess, are going to start using them to buy properties as the values are coming down.
Yeah, 100%.
Good time to be doing it, right? So, okay, interesting. How does everyone reach? Oh, go ahead, Ryan. Do you have something else you want to add?
Oh, I was just going to say, because most of these homes are second homes or vacation, right?
Yes.
So it's people with not looking for a primary residence. They got reserved cash and looking to make an investment.
Well, it's good to know that, again, I was under the impression that we had to pull the funds out of our house here and go over to the States. But it's good to know that we can actually utilize those tools and get a mortgage across the way. So I guess what would the process be if someone wanted to actually apply for a mortgage over in the U.S.?
So your first thing would be to give me a ring. And then we talk about your situation, whether you have the down payment or you need the down payment out of your current house. And then at that point, once we've determined what your situation is, we would contact our U.S. mortgage person, and they would contact you and then go through the whole process with you.
What is the minimum down payment in the U.S.? Same thing as here in Canada?
Yeah, it'd be 20 to 25, depending.
Okay, so it's larger. Okay.
On your situation. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, Ron, how does everyone reach out to you if they have any questions?
They can call me on my cell phone. It's 519-791-2961. Or they can email me at ronbondy@supermortgageteam.ca, or they can talk to one of your lovely agents.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Ron, as always, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
You too. It's Ron Bondy with the Super Mortgage Team. Okay, we're going to take a break. We're going to give away the gift card for the Richmond Popcorn Company. Then we'll come back and have a chat with Patrice Surrett from Goldmar Property Management. And today she's talking all about making sure forms are filled properly, which is very important, obviously, as well. So we'll talk to Patrice about that, and we'll give away the gift card for the Richmond Popcorn Company. You can still sneak in there if you want a chance to win. You want to text the keyword FRESH. FRESH, fresh, with your first and last name to 10800. Okay, we'll be back with more right here on the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show.